Good afternoon, and let me join the rest of the group up here in welcoming the class of 2015 and other new students to Gettysburg College. We are, of course, delighted to extend that welcome to parents, families, and friends who by association are joining the Gettysburg community as well. You'll hear me use the word community often to describe Gettysburg College. As a residential liberal arts college, there's no question that we together form a community. We're a community of learners and scholars, friends and colleagues, thinkers and doers. Our community depends on the quality of our relationships with each other, our respect for differing viewpoints, our willingness to reach out to someone who's having a difficult time, our ability to have civil debates about complex issues, our honesty in our work and in our interactions with one another, our willingness to right an injustice, and our respect for our neighbors and the townspeople of Gettysburg. In a word, our sense of community depends on the integrity of the individuals in it. So, to you new students, let me be clear right from the start that we expect you to act with integrity as a member of this community. In fact, the quality of our community depends on that. The second thing that affects the quality of our community is your willingness to take initiative. In fact, one of the things that makes me most proud of our students and alumni is their propensity to take initiative, to take action that has positive impact on the communities in which they live. One of the early alumni of Gettysburg College, David Wills, class of 1851, demonstrated that propensity when he was asked by then Governor of Pennsylvania, Andrew Curtin, to purchase land for a national cemetery where Union soldiers could be buried following the Battle of Gettysburg. It was David Wills, a local prominent attorney who lived right in the center of town, who took it upon himself to issue a personal invitation to President Abraham Lincoln to say a few appropriate remarks at the cemetery's dedication. That initiative of a Gettysburg College alumnus led to the delivery of what we now know as the Gettysburg Address, one of the best-known speeches in the world. Tomorrow night we'll gather as a community and we'll walk together to the cemetery as students and faculty did back in November of 1863 to hear President Lincoln. And we'll hear from our own professor of Civil War Studies, Pete Carmichael, who is also director of the college's Civil War Institute. Now, taking initiative doesn't require you to invite the President of the United States to come to Gettysburg, although we'd certainly love it if he did. But it does mean taking action that will have some positive impact. Let me give you an example that's a little more current than David Wills. A few years back, a student named Louisa Polos was in Washington, D.C. with her class, and she met the head of the D.C. Central Kitchen, a nonprofit organization that collects tons of leftover, usable food from local restaurants and hotels and creates meals for those in need. Louisa learned about how surplus food can close the food gap in communities like ours. She returned to campus and worked to create our own campus kitchen, an organization that has endured beyond her graduation and collects unused food from our dining hall and from area restaurants and provides meals each day to seniors, Meals on Wheels, and the local soup kitchen. In only a few short years, our branch of the campus kitchen has turned more than 17,000 pounds of food that would have gone to waste into more than 7,500 meals. Now that's initiative. And that is the sort of thing we refer to as Gettysburg Great. You'll hear the phrase Gettysburg Great used throughout your 4 years on campus. In fact, Laura just mentioned it in her remarks. Gettysburg Great describes my faculty colleagues who, as you will soon experience, are superb teachers and scholars. Gettysburg Great is reflected in our recognition for producing a high number of Fulbright scholars, Goldwater scholars, Peace Corps volunteers, and Teach for America participants, as well as thousands of successful women and men in science, medicine, business, law, education, and the arts, even a Nobel Prize winner. Gettysburg Great also describes the work you will do over the next 4 years in our classrooms, laboratories, and studios, on stage, on playing fields, and in local social service agencies. Gettysburg Great is not about arrogance. It's about doing your very best work, giving something your very best effort. It's about acting with integrity. It's about taking initiative. It's about making the local and global community in which you live a better place. and we look forward to your many contributions over these next 4 years and beyond. To the families who supported you and helped prepare you for this moment, let me say thank you for entrusting your daughters and sons to us. I know how much you want everything to go well for them here at Gettysburg, and I want to assure you, we want the same thing. While today is certainly a day of mixed emotions and it may be a little hard to let go, please know that your sons and daughters are entering a community that will embrace them, that will challenge them, that will push them, that will care for them, a community that is truly committed to their intellectual and personal development. So to students and families, a very sincere welcome to the Gettysburg College community. Thank you. And now, may I ask the class of 2015 and other new students to please stand for the matriculation ceremony. Feels good to stand up, doesn't it? Your matriculation means that your name is now entered on the list of those who studied at Gettysburg College since it first opened for students in 1832. The list grows longer every year as each new class is added. What makes it a distinctive list, however, is not the number of names it contains, but the accomplishments of these students, both here on campus as they discovered and pursued their academic passions, and after graduation as they've used what they've learned to advance their professions and provide leadership in their communities. The pin you have on your program before you symbolizes your membership in the class of 2015 and in the larger Gettysburg College community. Membership carries responsibilities. We expect much of you in the classroom, on campus, and in the community. As a member of this class, you will benefit from an exceptional academic experience that will open doors to a future you may only imagine. The steps you will take through Pennsylvania Hall in a few moments are the first official steps in that journey. And now, could I ask you to please take the pin off your program and place it above your hearts? If you need to help each other, that's fine. Your first big challenge. It looks like most of you have managed that challenge. Congratulations on your official matriculation as the class of 2015. Your first act as a student of Gettysburg College will be to recite the Gettysburg College Pledge. The mission of Gettysburg College, which affirms the worth and dignity of all people and the limitless value of their intellectual potential, relies on mutual trust as its foundation. Honesty and integrity are the heart of this trust and crucial to a community in which intellectual achievement, scholarship, and character can flourish. By affirming the Gettysburg College Pledge, you assume the obligation to be honest in your relationships with each course instructor and with all members of the Gettysburg College community, and to affirm your willingness to accept that responsibility. The pledge is printed in your programs, and I'd like to ask you to recite the pledge along with me. I affirm the highest principles of honesty and integrity in all my endeavors at Gettysburg College, and foster an atmosphere of mutual respect within and beyond the classroom. Well done. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce Shane Swink, class of 2013. Shane is the first-year experience coordinator, and he will lead us in the singing of the alma mater, which is printed in your program.